NENOMATICA, where mathematics meets YouTube excellence. In this lesson, we build an intuitive rulebook for comparing powers and roots using 5 simple tips. We'll visualize each tip with examples and a short reasoning. Tip 1. If 0 is less than a and is less than b, then for any positive integer n, a to the n is less than b to the n, and the nth root of it is less than the nth root of b. For instance, squares increase from 1 squared, 2 squared, 3 squared, and so on. And square roots increase from root 1 to root 2 to root 3, and so on. Tip 2. Suppose a is less than b and both are negative. Odd powers preserve the order, but even powers reverse it because squaring makes values positive and larger in magnitude positive. For odd n, a to the n is less than b to the n, and the odd root of a is less than the odd root of b. For even n, a to the n is greater than b to the n. Tip 3. If it is negative and b is positive. For odd n, a to the n is less than b to the n, and odd roots keep the order because the signs remain different. For even n, both a to the n and b to the n are non-negative, so compare absolute values. If the absolute values are equal, then the powers are equal. If the absolute value of it is smaller than a to the n is smaller, otherwise it is larger. Tip 4. If it is greater than 1 and n is less than m, then powers grow with the exponent and higher index roots get smaller. So a to the n is less than a to the m. And the square root of a is greater than the cube root, which is greater than the fourth root, and so on. Tip 5. If it is between 0 and 1 and n is less than m, then powers decrease with the exponent and higher index roots increase. For example, 1/2 squared is greater than 1/2 cubed, which is greater than 1/2 to the fourth. And for roots, the square root of a is less than the cube root, which is less than the fourth root, and so on. To build intuition, consider a number line. Squaring reflects negative numbers to positive. That is why for negative inputs, even powers reverse order, but odd powers preserve it. Summary: positive bases preserve order for both powers and roots. Negative bases, odd powers and odd roots preserve order. Even powers reverse it. Mixed signs, odd exponents preserve order. Even exponents compare absolute values. For bases greater than 1, increasing exponents make values larger and higher index roots get smaller. For bases between 0 and 1, increasing exponents make values smaller and higher index roots get larger. Great work! Use these 5 tips anytime you need to compare powers or nth roots. Practice by picking random values for a, b, n, and m, and predict which side is larger before computing. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more math lessons. NENOMATICA, where mathematics meets YouTube excellence.